What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for not posting in a while. As you can kind of hear my voice, I'm kind of getting over a sickness. A little cold, but finals just ended, so I gotta push through and get a video out to you guys. So yesterday, right? Funny enough, I didn't watch too much of the. I wasn't able to watch too much of the game because I was working at Fenway, and there was a rain delay. So the game was paused. The game started at 7:10. It went up to like 10. It went to extra innings, and the 10th inning, rain delay, and it started up back at 11:40 at night. So I didn't get home till like 1 p.m. So, as you can imagine, I wasn't watching too much of the game. But I rewatched the game now, and this is the next morning. I'm rested a little bit. As you can see, kind of seemed like I just woke up because I had to get some a video out to you guys. Excuse the hair, as you could probably it could tell the rite of passage of the time of how long since the last video. My hair's a mess. I gotta cut the beard a little bit. Definitely not groomed. But gotta get a video out to you, especially when something like yesterday happened. The Nuggets won their very first NBA championship, and I'm here to talk about it. Honestly, what I want to talk about most today was I wanted to give flowers to both teams, the Nuggets, and I wanted to break down the roster and why the Nuggets winning the championship this year is so great, and why honestly the Heat making this push was so great too. And the reason I guess I'm gonna start with the Heat because I want to give more time to the Nuggets, but the Heat, weren't supposed to make it this far. Not only were one day the 8th seed, but they, kind of struggled past the play-in. They struggled. They lost against the Hawks, and then they ended up beating the Bulls. But the play was a fight for them, and they ended up surprising the world by beating the Bucks, beating the Knicks, beating my Celtics, and then making it to the NBA Finals and even stealing a game at home against the Nuggets, who were previously undefeated at home, which is crazy. I'm gonna go get water. All right, I had to get some water because my throat was getting crazy. Good. Okay. But the Heat not only are this season, you can look at this season and look at them as a team that's not supposed to be here, but you look at their roster, and their roster, they're not constructed like a team that is necessarily supposed to be there. They say all the time in the broadcast, and even I say all the time, that this is a team full of undrafted players. Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, a ton more I can't even think about. And even the people who were drafted were not drafted high. Jimmy Butler, their superstar, not drafted in the lottery, 30th pick. Bam Adebayo, don't remember where he was picked, but not in the lottery. Tyler Hero was just outside the lottery, I think. Maybe end of lottery. Kyle Lowry, not in the lottery. So their team that by construction, by roster, is not necessarily one made, normally, not normally made through getting high draft picks and drafting well, and then not only that, but the people who they have drafted, they were able to spot. They draft well, in the spots that they draft, the Bam Adebayos, kind of the hidden gems of the world, and there's just a compliment to Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra for making that talent and making those gems shine. I think Bam Adebayo, if he wasn't drafted to the Heat, it would be a question of if he was the same Bam Adebayo. The same thing could go for Tyler Hero. And then they're not a team that trades a lot. You can see a lot of these super teams or these manufactured teams nowadays, they fail. You look at the Brooklyn Nets with Harden, KD, and Kyrie. They failed. You look at the Lakers, who, you could say, they won a championship in 2020, but since then they haven't had too much success. And they're a very a very constructed team. You look at and even if you want to excuse that one, you look at the Clippers and you see the same thing. The last couple of teams to win a championship, the Warriors, a post KD, are very natural teams. Steph Curry drafted there. Kevin Durant drafted. I'm sorry, Steph Curry drafted there. Klay Thompson drafted there. Draymond drafted there. Jordan Poole drafted there. They made a trade for Andrew Wiggins, but it's still a very homegrown organization, a homegrown team. You take a year before that was the Bucks, and same thing with the Bucks. They made a couple trades, but they drafted their guy and developed him. Same thing. You take another year back, and you take a year, or a couple years back, the Raptors. The Raptors were a very homegrown team, other than Kawhi. Fred VanVleet drafted there. Kyle Lowry. They had Pascal Siakam. All these guys drafted there and made their careers where they win the championship. So, by definition, they're not a team that is normal. The Miami Heat is definitely not a normal team, and for them to make it this far, it is a pat on the back to them. They did a great job. Now I feel like I just spent a little too long talking about the losers at the end of the day, so I wanted to get to Nuggets talk. Now, everything I just said about the Heat, you could apply that same thing to the Nuggets. The Nuggets didn't have to make a huge trade to get a superstar or to get a Robin for Jokic's Batman through trade. They drafted Jokic 47 in the second round during the Taco Bell commercial. They drafted Jamal Murray. They drafted Michael Porter Jr. And then they made trades to complement that, right? They traded for Aaron Gordon, and they traded for players like Bruce Brown and KCP, who I actually really love, and made some great pushes from this postseason, especially during this finals. And what I love about this team is that they're gonna be here for a while. The Nuggets are a very young team, and they're gonna, if they already show that they can make the championship, they're gonna continue to make this push again and again and again. Next year they don't have too many question marks. Jokic is still under contract, Murray's still under contract, Gordon's still under contract. The only real question is Bruce Brown, and I think Bruce Brown played amazing this postseason, but you lose Bruce Brown, and that's not necessarily a piece that is irreplaceable. I'm loving all the memes about this team though. All the memes about Jokic, seeming like he doesn't want to be there. He just won an MVP, he just won a championship, Finals MVP, and he just calmly, stoically, just giving everyone handshakes, and he just wants to go home. He's not even thinking about the parade in Denver. He was like, man, I just want to go home. I want to go back to racing my horses and watching horses and stuff like that. So yeah, Jokic is a character, man, and man, he's good, and there's not many people who's had this playoff run like he has, and it's showing. It's definitely showing. But that's pretty much it for today's video. I wish I could do longer. I wish I could do more, but it's been a struggle recording this video. I feel like I talked a little bit more about the Heat than the Nuggets, but I really just want to talk about how both of these teams are not teams that were built from super teams, and they're both teams that were built naturally and built. They're not manufactured. They're homegrown organizations, and they were able to make it this far because of that. But that's the main point I wanted to bring. Obviously, congratulations to the Nuggets. This is my favorite part. Just seeing everyone celebrate. It just it's just so cool. But like I said, I'm gonna drink my water, drink my medicines, and hopefully I feel better. I'm gonna try. I'm working on a draft video. Obviously, draft coming up soon. Vic is the prospect. I've been watching Vic for a while now, and he's just amazing. But I'm doing some more research to get more knowledge on everyone in the draft, and then hopefully I'm gonna make a draft video. So stay on the lookout to that. Hopefully I'm feeling a little better. Hopefully I have a haircut by then. But just because obviously you know me, I'm gonna stop posting. Hopefully, I know I said that before. But But yeah, see you later, guys, and subscribe. Yeah, this video has been just been hard for me. I'm gonna have to make a lot of edits. You know, freaking, I've been really bad, sick. You know, sneezing, coughing, all that stuff. So make sure you give it a like, give it a subscribe if you made it this far, especially. But yeah, shout out to y'all, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.